Muy buenas noches a todos. Bruno Perón saludándolos desde un día muy soleado en Vancouver. Me da gusto saludarlos hoy y darles la bienvenida a nuestro webinar de hoy con New York Institute of Technology. Como es costumbre, como saben, estamos grabando este webinar y estamos en vivo en Facebook Live, en YouTube y también en Twitter. Y nuestro equipo de clase está allí en cada plataforma para contestando sus preguntas. Entonces, preparen sus preguntas. Vamos a tomar la mayor cantidad de preguntas como cada martes y jueves hacemos. Y de una vez, si nos pueden ir diciendo dónde están, en qué ciudad, qué país nos están escuchando el día de hoy, cuáles son sus preguntas, inquietudes, qué programa están buscando, y nos vamos a ir leyendo sus comentarios y tomándolos en vivo en un momentito más. Otra vez, bienvenidos a todos. Para la gente que no nos conocen, les quiero comentar que quien está poniendo este espacio informativo es Class Education. Class Education es una empresa orgullosamente canadiense, presente en México y toda América Latina desde ya más de 27 años. Somos la empresa número 1 con respecto a educación superior en Canadá. Somos especialistas en consultoría educativa, trabajamos todo lo que es idioma, high school, programas de educación superior, estudio de trabajo, campamentos, todo lo que es relacionado con estudiar en Canadá desde hace ya muchos años. Trabajamos con más de 300 instituciones aquí en Canadá y hemos enviado ya más de 10,000 alumnos a estudiar a Canadá desde México y de toda América Latina. Así que somos expertos en la materia, ofrecemos una gama de servicio muy, muy amplio para nuestros clientes y todo lo que tiene que ver con estudiar en Canadá, empezando con la famosa consultoría educativa, que es decir, les ayudamos a encontrar el mejor programa y la mejor institución que mejor se acopla a sus necesidades. Todos los trámites de registro, de inscripción a las escuelas, el seguimiento, toda la documentación que nos piden las instituciones, lo vemos aquí nosotros mismos en Class Education para ustedes. La parte de seguro médico, la parte de alojamiento, de trámites de permiso de visados de estudio y trabajo para que puedan trabajar mientras están estudiando en Canadá. Todo eso lo vemos en Class Education con nuestro equipo de visado. Y obviamente por toda la parte y cuando llegan a Canadá y toda la parte de, ¿cómo le llamamos? La coordinación del viaje para llegar a Canadá, toda la coordinación con las familias para que sepan cuándo van llegando, todo eso nos encargamos. Es un servicio, como pueden ver, all inclusive, como decimos en inglés, o todo incluido. Pero al mismo tiempo es un servicio a la medida. Es decir, si algunos de ustedes no necesitan algunos de los servicios que ofrecemos, lo podemos simplemente quitar y enfocarnos donde nos necesitan, ¿no? Entonces, eso es quienes somos, Class Education, quien pone esos espacios informativos cada martes y jueves para ustedes. Y como es costumbre, cada martes y jueves tenemos una escuela diferente que nos acompaña para hablarnos de sus programas. Y el día de hoy me da mucho gusto contar con la presidencia de New York Institute of Technology porque es una escuela muy ad hoc con donde estamos hoy día en 2021 con respecto a tecnología, energía y todo eso. Y en un momentito más van a ver por qué, a qué me refiero con todo eso. Entonces, antes de presentarle a mi invitada del día de hoy, les quiero comentar rápidamente que el New York, no lo llamamos NYIT. NYIT es una empresa, una escuela privada fundada en 1955 en Manhattan, New York. Hoy día cuenta con una sede en el corazón de Vancouver, British Columbia. Ofrece puros programas de maestrías en áreas de technology, engineering, IT, educación y business finance, como pueden ver, temas muy, muy ad hoc con el 2021. Es una institución pionera en robótica y cura de la animación en 3D. Ofrece clases medianas de más o menos 40 alumnos por salón, programas con modalidad de internship, es decir, prácticas profesionales en empresas locales aquí en Vancouver. Cuenta con aproximadamente 9,000 alumnos, de los cuales 700 son internacionales de 35 países diferentes. Y miren, donde se pone interesante es aquí. 92% de los egresados de NYIT consiguen trabajo dentro de los pocos meses después de graduarse, siempre trabajos relacionados con lo que estudiaron, a eso nos referimos, ¿no? Salarios promedios de un egresado de negocio, ciberseguridad o gestión de energía andan sobre los $50,000 canadienses. Excelente salario inicial para alguien que va graduándose. Tienen convenio de empleabilidad con empresas como Amazon, Best Buy, PayPal, Apple, IBM, H&M, entre otras. Y el 100% de sus programas son elegibles al Postgraduate Work Permit, que nos da el permiso laboral hasta por 3 años. ¿Y eso por qué? Porque son programas de maestría, ¿no? Entonces, vamos a tomar las preguntas un poco más tarde, Adrián, en un momentito más. Muchas gracias. Pero entonces, esos son datos rápidos que le quiero compartir de NYIT. Y ahora, para hablar más de sus programas con nosotros, está la representante de NYIT aquí en Vancouver, se llama Vanessa Fiavane. Vanessa está en la línea. Hola, Vanessa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm great, thanks. It's great to see you again. Vanessa, you're from Brazil, so your Portuñol is a little rusty, so we'll continue in English. Vanessa, you're here in Vancouver with me, and you're witness of the wonderful weather we're having today and all week, actually. I think it was about 28 degrees today, unbelievably hot. At least for us.
I'm sweating.
Yeah. Well, you're on the beach, right?
Yeah, like look at behind me.
Okay, so Vanessa, I gave a little bit of intro as to who NYIT is, but please go through some further detail. Let's talk about the programs. Let's talk about the provincial nomination that you have for 2 of your program, which is very, very interesting for people who wish to immigrate to Canada through this program. Let's talk about costs, initial date. Now it's the second time I see that question appear on the screen by Adrian. Maybe we should answer it so it doesn't appear again. I don't know if I guess it was just a mistake. Okay, so all yours, Fabiana. Let's talk about NYIT in further details. I'll be here standing by, taking notes, and then we'll take some questions together. Okay.
All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, Bruno. Muchas gracias a todos. Bienvenidos. Like he said, my Spanish is very bad, so I'll be speaking English. But feel free to ask your questions in Spanish. I understand Spanish completely. So let's get started. You guys see my screen?
No, we do, yes.
Excellent. Okay. So Bruno already talked about all those points, so I'm just not going to repeat all of them. Again, just some of the rankings that we recently got from the Wall Street Journal, one of the most important places to be ranked, right? So NYIT, out of almost 800 universities, they are placed within the top third portion of this list, which is, the best universities to study in the United States. And again, our programs here in Vancouver, the curriculum, we share professors with the NYIT New York, so the curriculum is the same. Of course, some of adaptations to the market, to the job market here in Vancouver, it happens, but essentially all the rankings that they have over there kind of applies over to us. For the ones that ever been in Vancouver, this is our beautiful city. We are now with 2 locations in Vancouver. And I know that class education work with the entire country of Canada. And I just would like to highlight some of the main fields in terms of job market here in Vancouver and why you should pick Vancouver over other cities. If you are planning to work in any of those fields here, so tourism, hospitality, international education, trade, international trade, import and export, finance, real estate, and even now with the startups with IT, Vancouver is a great market because Vancouver is a new city, right? It's still growing very fast. And those areas are areas that are, looking for qualified professionals. And the programs that we offer at NYIT will cover all those areas here. Just so you know, Amazon announced 3 years ago in 2018, they were moving one of their offices here. So they are finishing the construction part, and we expect to have 4,000 new jobs available for the people living in Vancouver. And that is not only IT. So they will be hiring HR professionals, marketing professionals, finance, all those different areas within the company. And many, many other startups, they followed Amazon after they announced they were coming to Vancouver. Because as you may know, United States kind of closed the doors for immigration after education. And Vancouver and Canada is still, it's very open in this sense, not only with education, but several other pathways. So that's why those startups that rely on foreigner talent, it's vital for them to be able to still hire those professionals. And another big area in Vancouver and the whole country, but Vancouver especially, we are planning to be the greenest city in the world by 2050, which means the whole city has a strategic plan in place to make it happen, right? And not only in terms of the clean tech sector, right? Sustainable energy sources, but the whole city, the transportation system, the green buildings, the way you recycle all the waste that we generate as a consumer and also as a company. So all those numbers here that you guys see are part of the Vancouver strategy to become the greenest city in the world. And again,
Vanessa, we already one of the greenest city in the world. I think we're top
Number
5
3.
in the world. I remember in 2010 during the Olympics, the city had put that goal to be one of the top 5 by 2021, and we are now one of the top 5, and now we're going for number 1. So good.
That's what they want, number 1. They're not happy being top 5. They want to be the number 1. And that also translates in jobs, right? So 25% of the clean tech companies in Canada are located in Vancouver, which means lots of jobs for people that are willing to work in this industry. Again, a little bit of numbers on the Vancouver campus. As he said, all the programs are eligible for post-graduation. We have 3 intakes per year. So you... I don't know if you guys are seeing this a little.
No, we can see your slide.
I think I fix it. Okay. All the programs are eligible for post-graduation, and because they are 2 years masters, usually the students get the 3 years maximum, right? Post-graduation. And also I want to be talking about the Master of Science in Energy Management and Master of Science in Cybersecurity, because those 2 masters are also eligible for the BCPMP. What is BCPMP? It's British Columbia Provincial Nominee Program. And each one of the provinces in Canada have their own specific needs, right, that they need to fulfill through immigration. And the reason why those 2 programs are part of this program in BC, it's because they pertain to the energy field, energy, sustainability, clean tech, and also IT. And those are fields that BC is trying to get more qualified professionals. And we will see here the reason why those 2 programs are so popular. Because instead of you, if you plan to become a permanent resident of Canada and immigrate to Canada, instead of you graduating and then getting a job offer and working for a year at least, and then now you can qualify to become a PR or to apply. With those 2 programs, once you graduate, you do not need a job offer or this 1-year experience in Canada. You can apply right away. So that kind of cuts a lot of time that you have to wait to become a PR. So that we like to call a pathway. right? A straight pathway to become a permanent resident instead of you waiting 2 years, 3 years. It's within 6 months that you can get invited to apply. So that's very, very fast. And also kind of takes the stress out of your shoulders. You know that the investment you made, you are safe, you're going to become a PR.
Yeah. I just want to confirm a little bit on those points, Vanessa, sorry. Esto es un pedazo de información muy, muy importante, siento yo, porque son carreras con tanta demanda, no solo en Canadá, pero creo que en varias partes del mundo, pero sobre todo aquí en Canadá. Y Canadá da privilegio a la gente que toma esos programas para darle un proceso de aplicación para la residencia permanente más rápido, ¿no? Entonces, ¿por qué? Porque hay necesidad que gente trabaje en eso. En ciberseguridad, todo el mundo se lo puede imaginar, pero también energy management, también hay muchos empleos y son empleos muy bien pagados. Ya vieron que el promedio de ingreso saliendo de esa maestría son de $50,000 por año, pero eso es primer año. Entonces, fácilmente después de eso puede uno ir subiendo, pero sobre todo, la parte de remuneración es muy buena, pero sobre todo nos da eso un pase hacia la inmigración más corto. Es decir, te gradúas, empiezas a trabajar y a los 6 meses ya puedes aplicar por la residencia. Entonces, es realmente, lo comentó Vanessa de forma rápida, pero eso es, para mí, es crucial, es muy importante para varios de la gente que nos escucha, lo sé, porque nos lo comentan la gente cuando hablan con nosotros. Entonces, se lo quiero comentar. Y yo, de entrada, me viene como 4 o 5 personas con quien hemos estado en cuenta, en pláticas, que están buscando ese tipo de programa. Y entonces quiero asegurarme que todo el mundo entienda la ventaja de estas maestrías. Okay. Sorry about that, Vanessa. I just wanted to make sure that they understood
that. Feel free to do that. Feel free to do. We will be hearing from one of our students. His name is Francisco Rafael. And he is one of the students for energy management. So he will be sharing his experience with you guys later on the presentation. And
there's a question. Sorry, I don't know. Usually we take questions at the end, but right now they're putting questions on the screen. There was a question from Carla regarding this this nomination. Can we put the question back on the screen, because we started seeing it and now? I don't know.
There's the scholarship questions. We're going to talk about that.
Okay, well, I guess we'll take the questions at the end. Usually that's what we do, but questions appeared. So anyway, sorry about that. Sorry about the interruption.
And this is our campus. So we have 2 campuses, as I said in the beginning. One is downtown Vancouver with our MBA programs in energy management, right at the heart of downtown. So it's very, very accessible. Both of our campuses have access to the SkyTrain and lots of buses. So the students don't need to worry about I need to live very close to the campus. As long as you are close to, a SkyTrain or a bus line, you will be okay to get into the campus. And the second campus and our newest campus, I believe we're there since 2019. This is where we have instructional technology, cybersecurity, and next year, that will be our main campus. So this is East Vancouver, still within Vancouver proper. And then we will move all our programs over there because that campus offers more space. And we are growing very fast, so we need more classrooms and more space for our students. This is our beautiful city. We just had a sunset like this, I think, last week or so. So that usually happens during the summertime. And our programs. So as Bruno said, we have 5 master's programs, mestrados, and they are mestrados profissionais, which means you don't need to write a final thesis. That we know that many people don't like that part, right? If they don't want to become a professor, a researcher, right, an academic, this type of master, which is write a lot of articles and very theory-based, doesn't interest them, right? So what we are offering as an NYIT programs, we are offering professional masters, applied masters, hands-on. So you will have a final project in the end, but that will be applied and based on the reality of Vancouver's job market. So it will be something that will help you to get a job. And as Bruno already shared with you guys, all the programs have internship opportunities. So you guys can also take advantage of that and add that Canadian experience to your resume even before graduating. So that's also another point that will help you to get a job after graduating. About our highlights, right? Why NYIT? First point is the reputation of the school. We are very, very well known in Canada and, of course, United States. So once a recruiter from any company, Canadian company, American company, they see the name New York Tech, they know which school you are coming from, and they know the reputation. And your degree, your master's degree is also recognized both in Canada and US. And we know that for some of the job positions, there are hundreds of applicants, right? And the HR recruiter, they would not be going, resume by resume. They will pick the top applicants based on the top schools that they know. And that is really what we are excelling. And I will be sharing with you guys some testimonials, and you will see that's not me trying to, the sales speech. Really, it's the students and their success. They are confirming those facts. We don't face a lot of competition in terms of the cybersecurity, instructional technology, and energy management. The only one that we have more competitors offering kind of the same program is the MBA. And the difference between our MBA program and the other MBAs from private institutions is the fact that we hold the AACSB accreditation, and we are the only private institute that offers that in the Western Canada. Along with us, we have UBC, that's one of the public institutions, UVic, and I believe that SFU also holds that. So that is huge, right? Only 5% of the business schools in the world carry that accreditation. And even if you didn't know what was AACSB, you now know. You can Google it and be sure that all the recruiters also know what is AACSB and how a school gets that accreditation, right? So it's a 360 evaluation from the program to the career. So from the academic part to after they finish the program, where are those students going? Is the job that they're getting relevant to an MBA degree? So all those little points that they definitely look before giving you that accreditation. And now good news. I've seen a lot of questions about scholarship. Unfortunately, we don't have scholarship for cybersecurity energy management, because as I shared with you before, those two programs are extremely popular and competitive because of that huge advantage that once you graduate, you are able to apply for the province of BC, and then, and once approved, you will be invited to apply to become a PR, right? A permanent resident. But on the other hand, we do have scholarships for the MBA programs and also for the Master of Instructional Technology. And some of you might be asking, like, what is instructional technology, right? So instructional technology is what we call the educators and the education of the future. So the pandemic only accelerated the need for professionals that understand the new technology that has been developed for education, such as platforms, softwares, apps, and they will be combining those technology to the curriculums and curriculums of all levels, middle school, K-12, ESL, colleges, universities, you name it. So this professional not only can follow the path of becoming a teacher, a professor, but also at more as a management level. And this person will be the one training the professors and the teachers. And, in a corporation scenario, this person can also integrate the team of training, right? Companies like Amazon and Best Buy, they have a department only for training and training new hires. So these skills that you will learn during the instructional technology can be definitely used on those different careers. And those scholarships are available for the people planning to start in January 2022. And the portal is open. So if you are planning to do that, talk to class. They will help you with the list of documents that you need and everything that you need to be ready to apply. And we are selecting the top applicants. So the first 20 applicants for each of those programs will get the $3,000 towards their total tuition. Now, a little bit about our student services department. So those are pictures of our campus. So our classrooms, lounges, computer labs. We also take you guys for fun activities as well. So life is not only study, study, study. You guys will be exploring our beautiful Vancouver, going in the mountains when it's cold, going kayaking, hiking, and also volunteer opportunities. We do, I think, twice a year. And that also, it looks very good in your resume. In North America, if you didn't know, they really look at your volunteer activities. We also have a graduate student association, which usually MBA students take advantage because that's a channel that you can use to exercise your leadership skills, right? You can grow your network through that association. So it's a great way of, starting your name and making your name in Vancouver. And the department that all the students love and want to hear about, career services, right? Am I going to get a job once I graduate? Well, it's up to you. We don't promise any jobs. We do offer you guys all the tools you need, everything you need. As a master's student, we will not apply for jobs in your behalf. You will be applying for all those jobs and internships, but you will have all the support you need from the day one with workshops, seminars, job fairs, networking events, field trips, and individual advising. So they will be coaching you and everything you need to do and know before you go in your first interview. Because even for experienced professionals, and I know because when I immigrated to Canada, I had to relearn a lot of stuff because the way we do interviews in Latin America and the way we communicate in Latin America and we write our CVs, it's very, very different from what they expect here. So all those little tips that seem so small make the whole difference once you are applying and once you are interviewing, because you can make or break just because of something you said or did, or because of your tone of voice. So all those things will be shared with you during your 2 years. And your journey with NYIT doesn't end. Once you graduate, you will become an alumni and we will keep supporting you. So we do have twice a year events with our alumni, and that's a great opportunity for our grads and our alumni to connect. And also, if you are looking for a change of career in the future, you want to change fields or you want to change companies, those type of events are great to do that. And professional development. We know it that we never stop learning, right?
En este caso, Vanessa, quiero comentar algo. La escuela se vuelve un poco como el marketplace, ¿no? Porque los estudiantes están ahí buscando trabajo y las empresas van a las instituciones para ir conociendo a esos estudiantes, ir haciendo el primer enlace, invitarlos a trabajar medio tiempo mientras están estudiando para conseguir los mejores graduados cuando se gradúan. Entonces, es el interés tanto de los alumnos como de las empresas utilizar las escuelas, las instituciones como marketplace para ir conociéndose y como dicen en México, del amor, ¿no? De la visa nace el amor. Entonces se van conociendo, se van empezando a trabajar y después, pues por eso la escuela tiene una tasa de de 92%, si no me equivoco, de los graduados que encuentran trabajo pocos meses después de graduarse porque ya se habían conocido desde antes a través de la escuela. Y como dice Vanessa, la escuela no les va a conseguir un trabajo, pero va a hacer todo para que tengan todas las herramientas, los conocidos, las oportunidades de ir conociendo a los empleadores y viceversa, que los empleadores les vayan conociendo a ustedes para que este match se vaya haciendo. Y en Canadá, mucho de las calificaciones, inclusive de las escuelas, se van notando por su porcentaje de graduados que encuentran trabajo pocos meses después, en esta etapa de 6 meses, ¿no? Es uno de los puntos de ranking más importante de las escuelas, porque sabemos que cuando alguien encuentra trabajo es que fue preparado para el sector laboral, ¿no? Entonces, un punto muy, muy importante en donde aquí la institución es muy bien, les prepara muy bien para eso, y les hace un favor a los alumnos, pero también a los empleadores. No se creen, ¿eh? Hace falta gente para trabajar en varios de esos sectores en Vancouver, y entonces hacen un favor al estudiante, al empleador, a la economía y obviamente a la escuela también en ese aspecto.
Exactly. So the companies, they appreciate that you, even with your education in Mexico, they appreciate that you are still coming here and getting another degree. They understand that it's not easy, right? And it's an investment. You are investing in your plan and your future in Canada. And what I like to tell the students and the agents, NYIT is not the cheapest school that you will find, but it's definitely the one that is going to give you the best return on investment. So you will be investing in your education, and you will be getting a job if you are following all the steps, right? You will be getting a job, and you're not going to be like starting from all the like the first step in the ladder. You will be getting a job that is relevant to your master's degree. So we expect salaries from a $50,000 a year. And for some areas, cybersecurity is an example. It could be even more than that. And within 2 years, cybersecurity professionals usually make $100K.
Yeah.
So the return on investment is something that it's our selling point, I would say.
$100K is $100,000 for those who don't understand. K significa 1,000. Entonces, 100,000 son puestos de gente que ganan $100,000 al año. 100K is $100,000 al año.
And even more, like the sky's the limit. It's all about you and your talent, right? So if you are happy with this information and you feel like, okay, NYIT is a good fit for you, our next intake is spring 2022, so it's January. We are still accepting applications for MBA and instructional technology, and we will be opening our summer 22, which is May, like mid-May 2022, very soon for all the programs, including energy management and cybersecurity. And those two are very competitive. So if you are planning on studying those two programs, please talk to class right now and get your documents ready. So once the portal is open, you can apply right away, and then you don't have to wait another semester to apply.
Vanessa y yo hablábamos hace un momento, justo antes de eso. A ver si puedes, can you return one page, Vanessa? Estamos hablando, Vanessa y yo, hace ratito, y para primavera, Spring 2022, que empieza en mayo, ¿correcto, Vanessa? Mayo 2022.
Primavera for us is January, and summer is the verano.
Okay.
So summer is
so
May.
Summer. Okay, so May 2022, because Carla estaba preguntando cuándo empieza. Empieza en mayo 2022. Este mes, un poco más adelante este mes, a final de este mes, es cuando abren las inscripciones para ese semestre. Y me decía Vanessa, dile a tus estudiantes que vayan empezando a preparar eso desde mañana. Hay que juntar documentos, hay que traducir documentos, hay que hacer el examen de IELTS, y nos da tiempo para estar listo a fin de mes. Y cuando Vanessa nos dice, adelante, ya está abierto, metemos la aplicación luego, porque esos programas se llenan en nada de tiempo y hay que estar listos. Entonces, a quien les interesa eso, veo a Carla ya interesado, veo a a Bárbara, veo a Brian Muñoz. Entonces, es tiempo de ir preparándose. Entra en contacto con nosotros. Los datos de clase aparecen abajo en la pantalla o nos pueden llamar también o WhatsApp y podemos iniciar el proceso o explicarles más a fondo. Obviamente, podemos hacer una llamada inclusive con Vanessa uno a uno con ustedes. Pero el chiste es estar listo antes para cuando abre las inscripciones, estamos en la primera fila para aplicar. ¿Ok? Muy bien.
Very good. So now some videos, because I've been talking so much.
Drink a little water.
It's all about heritage, culture, tradition. And sure, it's all quite elegant and noble, but it's a bit too uptight for us. We don't have an elite crest or secret society. As for our Latin slogan, quod su non realiter semisa. Because for us, we're less about flaunting history and more about reinventing the future. Both for the world and, more importantly, for people like you. Self-starters, doers, makers, healers, innovators. Since we started, we've been less concerned with prestige and more into, well, letting you do your thing. Which is how the startups start and the experiments lead to a cure. When the blueprints turn into green cities and the world's problems become challenges you'll solve. Seriously though, we've gotten really good at making people great. And so we define ourselves not by who we are, but who we can help you become. Because our legacy is making yours.
Hi, I'm Hank Foley, the president of the New York Institute of Technology. Welcome to our university. We're the home of doers, makers, healers, and innovators who are ready to reinvent the future. At New York Tech, we embrace a growth mindset that invites students to explore their passions and to grow their skills, especially in areas that they're not good at yet. I'm happy to say that New York Tech has recently risen more than 140 positions in the Wall Street Journal's Times Higher Education U.S. College Rankings. And we've done that since just 2017. I'm also proud to say that New York Tech is a member of the prestigious AITU, which is a group of America's leading technological universities and colleges. Look, we're a community that fosters collaboration, innovation, research, entrepreneurship, and we do it all with technology. Our goal at New York Tech is to deliver to you an outstanding teaching and learning experience. And we want those experiences to take place both in and out of the classroom. Those experiences put our students on pathways that lead to prosperous and rewarding careers. So please check out our website, our academic programs, our research projects, our student clubs, sports, and all the other experiences that will start you on a path to a career that you want. Even better, let us know how we can help you, how we can connect with you. Connect with your professors and your advisors. Do so early and often. Believe me, they are invested in your success. So again, welcome to New York Tech, and I hope to see you on campus soon.
He lives in New York. Oh, I think this is jumping a little bit. Okay. So now, like you guys asked me, Francisco really wanted to be here. Francisco is a current student, and because he's a very responsible one, he didn't skip class because he's in class right now. But he recorded a video for us, sharing about his experience, how he got prepared with his documents, what kind of documents that he needed to apply. And also this is his second semester, and he's very, very happy still with NYIT. So that's a great thing to, as I said, it's not only Vanessa trying to sell you NYIT, are the students sharing their experiences. students. Oh, I was muted. Okay. No, I'm not. Can you hear me? Okay. So all those people are recent grads. They graduated in 2020, 2019, and you can see all their job titles. Our job titles related to a master's degree. And Elisa and Danielle, they graduated in the summer during the pandemic from an MBA, and they got jobs before even getting their post-graduation work permit. The companies were like waiting for them to get the permit so they could start. So that tells you something, right? That tells you that they were really good candidates and they were worthy to wait. So that's what I was telling you about the MBA program. It's really different than what's out there. Other companies that our alumni are already working here in Canada, all those different big companies around Canada. And how we know that, we are connected to them through our LinkedIn. So we can track them and see where are they going, where are they, what are the job titles as well. And this is Francisco now, is right.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es Francisco Tenorio. Tengo 32 años, soy originario de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. Actualmente estoy estudiando la maestría en Energy Management del NYIT Campus Vancouver. ¿Por qué escogí esta maestría? Bueno, yo estuve investigando diferentes universidades y COEs en Canadá. Me di cuenta que esta maestría es única en su tipo, ya que ofrece un conocimiento en medio ambiente, energías y administración, lo cual es muy difícil de encontrar en cualquier otra universidad y en otro programa. El proceso de aplicación fue muy rápido. Yo contacté a la escuela por medio del internet, por medio del correo electrónico. El staff me contactó rápidamente, me guió paso a paso, mandé mis documentos como lo es mi certificado universitario, mi título, también mandé lo que es mi prueba de inglés, me pidieron mi currículum, además de otros documentos que son necesarios en el proceso. ¿Por qué escogí Vancouver, Canadá? Como tú sabes, Canadá se destaca por su calidad de vida, pero además de eso, ellos tienen una inversión muy grande en medio ambiente. Ellos cuidan mucho de su naturaleza. Por lo tanto, me di cuenta que Canadá ha anunciado su estrategia energética para los próximos 30 años, lo cual implica reducir aquellas energías que contaminan el medio ambiente e invertir más en energías que no, por lo cual implica un gran futuro para todos aquellos que estudiamos algo enfocado en esta área. Vancouver es una ciudad donde encontrarás personas de todo el mundo, por lo cual es enriquecedor estar aquí el día a día, conocer diferentes culturas, diferentes maneras de pensar, diferentes religiones. Te hace una persona más abierta. Además de que su calidad de vida es excelente, la seguridad es muy buena, el trabajo es muy bien pagado, por lo cual hace una vida muy fácil y flexible. Te recomiendo que antes de aplicar tengas tus documentos traducidos al inglés, además de que vengas preparado con una mentalidad abierta para recibir información de diferentes culturas. Canadá es un país que se destaca por su educación, por lo cual te puedo decir que durante mi primer semestre las expectativas educativas se cumplieron, por lo cual te recomiendo que no dudes en aplicar a esta maestría o algún otro programa que ofrece el NYIT Campus Vancouver. El campus está ubicado en Downtown, por lo cual encontrarás muchos lugares en el cual puedes disfrutar, ya que la ciudad está rodeada de montañas, de playas y de bosque, lo cual hace una recreación muy amplia, además de que tiene museos y ofrece diferentes lugares en el cual puedes pasar un buen rato recreativo con tus amigos. Te espero aquí. Muchas gracias.
Muy bien, por supuesto que todo el proceso de aplicación con la escuela, en Class Education lo llevamos todo. Eso también es para aplicarles de entrada a las diferentes becas que tiene la institución con los clientes. Entonces, toda la parte de juntar documentos, ir viendo si tienen el nivel de inglés necesario, todo eso lo pueden ir viendo con Class Education. Es lo que hacemos el seguimiento también de la aplicación con la institución lo vamos viendo nosotros para nuestros clientes. Entonces, Ya escucho un poco de eco.
Oh,
Okay.
is it good now?
I think the echo is gone. No,
Okay.
not yet. Anyway, vamos a tomar algunas. ¿Ya terminaste, Vanessa, o te falta
Yeah,
algo?
do I stop sharing? Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
you stopped already. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we reviewed pricing nor requirements yet. Can we take a look at that quickly before taking questions?
Yes, so pricing. Our programs have an average cost of $32,000 US for the whole program in tuition. And the only one that is different and can be different is the MBA. Why? Because we accept any background. So if you are applying and you come from a business background, business, marketing, accounting, finance, you're most likely to have taken some business courses throughout your bachelor degree, right? But if you come and then you apply for MBA and you are an engineer and a science major, IT, and you never took any business courses, you will need some business foundations. So if you never ever had any business class, you will be taking 12 extra courses, which is the business foundation. But if your bachelor's is a science bachelor, but after that, beyond that, you had another diploma or a postgrad that was in business, we can also analyze that program and try to, transfer some credits. So the MBA can cost you as little as 32, as much as 50 something, depending on how many credits you need to take.
This is for the full program, right? This is payable by semester.
Yes, even per month. We know that some Latin American countries, they like to pay monthly. So that is possible once you start, after you pay your deposit, because NYIT, once you are accepted, we send you a letter of offer where you have to accept and you have to make the payment for your first semester. And once you have made that payment, that's when we send you the letter of acceptance, and then you can apply for your visa. And once you land and you start classes, you can also request a payment plan and pay per month.
Okay. Muy bien. Tenemos varias preguntas. Quisiera ir ya a preguntas porque había varias preguntas sobre nivel de inglés que se pide, si aceptamos el Duolingo, todo eso. Entonces, vamos con preguntas, por favor. Si pueden empezar a poner preguntas en la pantalla. Starting with Vanessa, do you accept Duolingo for English exam still?
Yes, we are still accepting. So I believe that anyone that applies still in 2021, even if it's just for the next year, we are still accepting Duolingo. So it's 105 for MBA and 110 for the other programs, the minimum score.
¿Qué otra pregunta? Ya vi varias preguntas. Vamos a juntar las preguntas, empezar a ir contestándolas. A ver si me las pueden poner en la pantalla.
Just to share, if you feel like, okay, my level of English is almost there, but it's not there yet, NYIT also has some pathway partners. So we have 4 different pathway partners that I'm sure the class already works with all of them. So ILAC, ILSC, VGC, and the Language Gallery. So you can also join their pathway programs and obtain the certificate that you need, and you can join NYIT after that.
Así es. Y esos programas de inglés los trabajamos en Class Education Event. También es una escuela con quien trabajamos y podemos conseguirles información. Este inglés también lo puede ir tomando en línea si así lo desean o presencial y después entrar a NYIT. ¿Okay? A ver, primera pregunta de Carla. ¿Hay algún riesgo de que los programas salgan del programa de nominación mientras concluimos nuestros estudios si comenzamos en late 2022? Mira, ni Vanessa ni yo somos consultores en inmigración y tampoco leemos bolas de cristal, pero yo te diría, Carla, que lo dudo mucho porque estas carreras están en los tops por los próximos 10 años. Fácil, ¿no? Si no más. Entonces, y las carreras, aunque la tecnología cambia, la carrera también se va actualizando. Entonces, dudo mucho que eso pase. Ahora, si tú ya empiezas y el semestre que empiezas cambia la legislación, estás adentro y aplica eso hasta que te gradúes. Entonces, no es algo que te va a afectar en ese sentido, Carla. Pero es una buena pregunta. Gracias por la pregunta. You agree with my answer, Vanessa?
Definitely, 100%.
Adrián Vergara. Una pregunta, ¿quiénes son los candidatos para el programa? ¿Qué personas pueden aplicar hablando económicamente?
I think you guys met one of the candidates, right? So he explained to you guys his journey. And when you ask about económicamente, it's like social class?
Well, the cost-wise, I think.
Oh, and then we already talked about it, right? $30,000, $32,000, and you can split that in semesters or monthly. And the scholarship for MBA in instructional technology, you will pay your first semester in advance, and then this $3,000 will be applied for the next payments for the next semester. So instead of you paying $6,000 something for the next semester, you'll be paying $3,000 something.
También, Adrián, para contestar tu pregunta, bueno, ya como dijo Vanessa, hay planes de pago. También ofrecemos financiamiento. No sé si podemos poner de una vez la slide de financiamiento. Hay mucha gente que nos pidieron financiamiento en 2020 y 2021 por la situación económica y todo lo que ha pasado con el COVID. Entonces tenemos, si estás en México, Adrián, tenemos varias opciones de financiamiento en México. Se puede hacer un financiamiento parcial o al 100% de tus estudios. Son de plazos mínimo de 6 meses hasta máximo 5 años, lo cual te alcanza perfecto para graduarte y empezar a trabajar y ir pagando este préstamo. En 10 minutos en una llamada Zoom o WhatsApp o por teléfono regular, te ponen a hacer un estudio socioeconómico y allá mismo te pone a decir si eres sujeto a un financiamiento y por qué monto. Y allá juntos van decidiendo a qué plazo lo vas a querer y a partir de cuándo. Y en base a eso ya vas viendo cuáles son tus pagos mensuales. Son préstamos, ellos pagan a la escuela directamente en dólares canadienses, pero el préstamo se queda en pesos mexicanos, lo cual es la ventaja que si en 2 meses, 6 meses, 1 año el peso está mucho más alto de lo que está hoy, tus mensualidades no van a cambiar y tu monto en pesos no va a cambiar. Entonces, y en cualquier momento puedes hacer aportaciones voluntarias sin ninguna penalización. Inclusive puedes ir pagándolo de forma anticipada de un golpe sin ninguna penalización. ¿Okay? Entonces, si estás interesado, puedes contactarte con el staff de Class Education y te ponemos en contacto con ellos para ir viendo este tema. Pero muchos clientes de Class nos han pedido eso este año y en 2020 y varios ya consiguieron su crédito y algunos también, muchos ya están aquí en Canadá estudiando y no se detuvieron por la situación. Eso en la pantalla les da unos ejemplos de montos a pagar mensualmente si es 24 meses o 36 meses. Mientras más largo sea el plazo, más bajo es el monto mensual, obviamente. Entonces hay gente que se van a 5 años y después lo van pagando de forma más rápido y así eliminando este préstamo con las financieras. ¿Ok? Entonces, si les interesa, nada más entrar en contacto con nosotros y con mucho gusto lo vamos viendo. A ver, muy bien. ¿Qué otra pregunta? Juan Manuel Santiago. I have a question. What kind of careers... Oh, didn't have time to read it. Can we put the question back? Okay. What kind of careers... What's going on? What kind of careers can study the MBA? Okay, what kind of jobs can you get from the MBA? And what kind of knowledge do you need to study management of energy?
So MBA, as I said, we do accept any background. So if you come from a Bachelor of Arts, business, or science, IT, what the difference is, if you never had any business courses, you will have to take extra courses, and that will add to the cost of your MBA. And what type of careers? MBA is virtually across the board, all different industries, right? Yeah. Because an MBA, you're training to be a leader, a manager, a coordinator, a director, a CEO, because you will be learning all those different skills So we do have lots of engineers that they have the technical knowledge and now they want to grow, right, in their career. So they take the MBA course. And then we saw a case of Elisa. She finished and she already became project coordinator at Shark Energy Systems, which is a company here in Vancouver. So that's the type of career that you can have. But MBA, virtually any industry needs someone to lead the departments, right? And then in terms of the energy management, you do need to have a bachelor in science, engineering, architecture, sometimes physics, geography. So the related areas. Why? Because it's a master's level, so they were not going to be covering fundamentals of engineering. And the same goes for cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, you must have an IT background, technology, computer science, engineering, math, to be able to apply, because they will not be covering like basic algorithm explanations, for example.
Yeah, of course. Sí, es necesario tener un background a nivel licenciatura en la materia para poder ya entender a un nivel ya más elevado de instrucción. Muy bien. A ver, vamos con la siguiente pregunta, por favor. Carla, if I got a master's degree, which GPA do you take into consideration? Bachelor or Master of Science?
Oh, so that's the good news. Our minimum GPA is not very low, right? So it's 3.0 in a scale of 4 for MBA in instructional technology. And for energy management and cybersecurity is 2.85, which translated to a scale of 10, which is usually what happens in Latin America. It's a 7.5 for MBA in instructional technology and 7.2, 7.3 for the other programs. And let's say your bachelor's degree, your GPA, it's below that mark, but your master's or your postgrad specialization, it's a very good GPA. So we will combine those two programs. So that's why it's important to translate all your degrees beyond bachelor. We don't need to know your high school or certifications and etc. But beyond your bachelor is important to translate, so you will have a better chance of getting accepted, and then you don't need to do the GMAT or the GRE. Those two tests are only required once your GPA is lower than the minimum and you still want to be accepted. So then we ask you to take those tests.
Do you also take, Vanessa, work experience in consideration in your accepting of the students?
Definitely, especially for those two very competitive programs. We have people with sometimes a very good GPA, but no work experience whatsoever. And then we have someone with a good GPA and work experience. Who is going to get the position? This person. It's not required, but, is suggested. Now for energy management, our dean just informed us that he wants to see a resume in the application, even though we are not measuring, 2 years of experience, 6 months, but he wants to see at least if this person was doing some internships, projects, right? To judge the profile of the applicant.
Ok, muy bien. Carlos López, ¿puedo trabajar mientras estudio esos 12 créditos extra para el MBA?
Trabajar,
Can you work while studying the 12 credits for the extra?
Definitely, because it is post-secondary. It's taught at NYIT, so you can definitely work while you are still doing the foundations. Mm-hmm.
Sí, muy buena pregunta, Carlos. Muchas gracias. Sí cuentan esos 12 créditos, que va a ser más o menos un semestre, donde sí también puedes trabajar mientras estás estudiando. ¿Ok? Fernando Aguilar, si tengo una carrera de negocios, finanzas, para MBA tengo que tomar los 12 créditos de Business Foundation, es decir, pagar los 50,000 canadienses. Son US, pero...
Yeah, so 3 ways we can evaluate your knowledge of business. One is your bachelor's courses. The other one is some other courses that you took after you finish your bachelor. And the third way is work experience. So like a lot of people that we see even they are engineers, but they have been working with business. They are sometimes the manager of their company. So that can be also evaluated. And if you receive the answer of NYIT and you feel like you want to challenge some courses, feel free to contact us and your dean, and they will come up with a test or a conversation or something to evaluate your knowledge. And sometimes, usually people with finance background and degrees, they usually go with the $32,000 MBA more so than the $50,000.
Yeah. Yo, de mi experiencia, Fernando, cuando estudiaste una carrera en negocio, sobre todo en finanzas, normalmente no necesitas hacer el foundation de la MBA porque ya tienes estos conocimientos por haber hecho tu licenciatura en negocio. ¿Okay? Entonces, yo creo que estás más sobre los 32 que sobre los 50. ¿Ok? Muy bien, muy buena pregunta. Paloma Quintero, if I'm currently in the process of getting my physical bachelor degree, is it still possible to apply for energy management?
Physical, I mean like...
Well, the paper, I think, yeah.
Oh, yes. We don't usually, broadcast that option, but as Mexico is definitely one of the markets that we want to grow our presence, we are accepting people that are still in the process of getting their final papers because we know that takes a while. But usually you guys are able to provide a transcript, right? With the grades, each grade of the courses that you have taken. And we do ask you to write a letter. So your letter of admissions, you will tell us, I am going to get my physical document in December, etc. But here are all my documents, etc. And then if they're able to calculate your GPA with your transcript that you can usually pull from the website, we can do that as well.
Yeah, it's true because this year, because of COVID, some institution fell behind with the documents and all that. So maybe that's probably why she's asking. Brian Munoz, para el máster de Cybersecurity, ¿cuánto dura la maestría? 4 semesters?
5.
5 semesters.
So usually for cybersecurity, energy management, and instructional technology, you'll be taking 2 courses per semester to be a full-time student, as we say here in Canada. The first semester usually take 3 courses. That's if you want to finish in 5 semesters. But, okay, I want to finish really fast and I want to apply for all the visas, you can. You can take more courses and finish in 4 semesters, in 3 semesters. And then you're going to ask me, is this going to affect my post-graduation work permit? The experience that we have so far, that it hasn't affected because the Ministry of Education qualify our programs as 2 years because of the amount of credits that we request. But of course, as Bruno said, we are not an immigration consultant or lawyer. We are not an IRCC officer. I can't say 100% if you speed up your program, this would affect your post-graduation, but usually no.
Yeah. Okay, otra pregunta, Bárbara Taboada. I read in the past that there is sometimes cases of financing. Is it true? And if it is, where could I find financing in which bank organization? Okay, well, we've already answered that question, Barbara. It will be in the recording, or you can see it on our social networks. We offered financing with private institutions in Mexico. You can also see it with your bank as well. Obviously, you're more than welcome to check it with your bank. We believe that the institutions with which we work for financing have very competitive rates and offer, so you can check with them. If you are interested, let us know and we'll put you in touch with them without any commitment and no charge, obviously. Just talk with them and see what they can offer you. Okay. Hi, Marco Espinosa from Mexico City. I'm really interested to study at MS Energy Management. Good job. Good for you. I'm a geologist and I'm finishing my master degree. My question is if NYIT offers a kind of loan. No.
I think it's the same answer you gave before, right? The financing options.
There is no loan, Marco. There are partial bursaries of about $3,000, but not for this program. There is financial financing options, and there's also payment plan with class education. You can start paying today and starting in 2022, which is not far away at all. Or you can start on a monthly payment with us. And the advantage of being a Canadian company is that we can take your monthly payment and change them right away in Canadian dollars. So you don't lose, you don't get become victim of devaluation, and you leave your money in Canadian dollars. And when you apply and once you're accepted by the school, then we start paying. Now, the schools also offer payment plan either by semester, even by month in some cases. This has to be a pre-approved payment from the institution, though. But we can help you with that. We can assist you with that. We can make it work. Whatever your situation is, we can help you make it work. And I'm sure NYIT will be a great option for you in that case.
I saw a lot of questions about the tuition. Just to keep in mind, the tuition is US dollars.
Yeah.
So $32 US. All the fees that NYIT charges are in US dollars. But once you are in Canada and you have your bank account, you guys can ask the bank for a bank draft. So basically, the bank will use the best exchange rate there is for the day and then convert that. So you would go to the bank and say, I need 7,000 US. They will convert that in Canadian, and then they're going to give you a check. And the good news is last year, the US dollars against the Canadian was 135, right? So for $1 US, we needed 135. Today I checked was 121, and we hope and the projections and forecasts are showing that this difference will be less and less. So that's good.
Yeah. Sí, el dólar canadiense no ha subido contra el peso mexicano, pero sí subió mucho contra el dólar americano. Entonces, eso hace que pues el dólar es más económico, el dólar americano es más económico ahorita en Canadá. Muy bien. Oye, Vanessa, hablamos de muchas cosas, pero yo sé que, mucha gente nos pregunta siempre sobre trabajos. Quiero compartir con ustedes, no tengo el slide para compartírselo, pero hace como menos de un año, British Columbia anunció la creación de 1 millón de empleos en la provincia de aquí de 2020 a 2029. 1 millón de empleados, ¿ok? No es cualquier cosa. Les prometo la slide en nuestro próximo webinar. Pero entonces, aquí sí la economía está creciendo. Canadá está creciendo económicamente. Los pronósticos para 2021 es que el país va a crecer de 5%. En los primeros 3 meses del año, de hecho, creció 6.5%. Entonces, es muy importante que tomen eso en nota. Y todas las carreras que están ofreciendo en NYIT son de alta demanda y son pues, no asegurado porque no podemos asegurar, pero digamos, con una tasa de 92% de gente que encuentran trabajo graduándose, pues eso en sí para mí es una garantía. Entonces, quiero hablar un poco del mercado, del mercado laboral aquí. En ese sentido, a ver si también les queremos actualizar sobre las vacunas. Canadá ya estamos abiertos a vacunar. Los alumnos internacionales ya se pueden vacunar en Canadá. Estamos ya arriba del 70, ya llegando a los 70% de la población canadiense vacunada, por lo menos con la primera dosis. Y de aquí a julio se supone que vamos a estar al 100% vacunados a toda la población de 18 años por arriba, sino también de 12 años por arriba. Ya se abrió la convocatoria para niños de 12 a 18 años también. Entonces, en julio vamos a estar todos vacunados y por ahí en un momento dado, en otoño, todos vacunados también con la segunda dosis. Entonces, eso es muy buena noticia. En Canadá ya se empezó a abrir otra vez los negocios, los restaurantes, ya con mayor capacidad. Y esta campaña de vacunación pues nos abre el panorama también para un regreso a clases presenciales en septiembre. ¿no? British Columbia ya lo anunció hace 2 meses atrás que las clases en otoño serán presencial en campus. Entonces, eso es muy bueno también. Y eso entonces con el gobierno canadiense que también dio una, no una garantía, pero una garantía que sí, las vacunas siguen llegando. Entonces, digamos que vamos viendo la luz al final de ese túnel con respecto al COVID, son muy buenas noticias. Además, hoy hablamos de financiamiento. También quiero hablar un poco de lo que comentó nuestro ministro de Migración, el señor Medicino, que Vanessa seguramente conoce muy bien. El señor Medicino, para que vean, pongan en contexto la importancia del sector educativo para Canadá. Canadá dijo a través del señor Medicino que nuestro mensaje a los estudiantes y graduados internacionales es sencillo. No solo queremos que estudien aquí, queremos que se queden aquí. Y eso se debe a una razón muy real que estamos viviendo en Canadá. Es que en Canadá hay muchas oportunidades laborales porque una gran parte de nuestra población, que son los famosos baby boomers, ya están empezando a jubilarse y están dejando un espacio importante en el sector laboral, lo cual crea un poco un vacío allá de varios puestos cada día. No sé si tenemos la gráfica que enseña eso. Ahí viene. Mira la parte de abajo de esta gráfica. Hay más o menos 1,100 nuevos pensionados diario en Canadá. Entre la tasa de nacimiento y de mortalidad estamos parejo, más o menos, y hay 648 nuevos inmigrantes al país diariamente. Y además, pues hay 12 canadienses que sí se van a trabajar a otro país por alguna razón, una razón u otra, pero eso nos da más o menos un vacío de 500 puestos laborales en Canadá al día que se van abriendo. Entonces, obviamente, Canadá tiene que incrementar la cantidad de migrantes que llegan a Canadá. Hemos dado varias entrevistas sobre eso, hemos hablado de eso en varios webinars también. Se los quiero recordar porque es importante y ahí es donde entra la educación, porque Canadá eligió al sector educativo para nutrir a su sistema migratorio y ahí está esta gran sinergia entre los dos sectores y es la forma, según nosotros, más segura, la mejor forma, la más rápida e inclusive la menos costosa para entrar a Canadá y ser parte de la economía canadiense, del sistema laboral en Canadá. Entonces, ese es el porqué, ¿no? Hay muchos, y cuando la gente dice, ¿por qué? ¿Y por qué Canadá quiere tantos inmigrantes? ¿Por qué nuestra economía está creciendo? Canadá, como lo han visto, es un país donde la gente quiere vivir, y eso crea muchos empleos, ¿no? Entonces necesitamos gente para cumplir con esos empleos y Canadá quiere gente preparados, educados, certificados con las normas de Canadá y la educación es la mejor forma de lograr eso. Y NYIT en ese sentido es parte de la solución, parte de la oferta educativa para preparar a la gente para esos puestos que tantos necesitamos cumplir, ¿ok? Entonces quería comentarles eso. Vanessa, it's now 6:15 in Vancouver. I'll give you a minute to say goodbye, say your thanks, and maybe add something you may have forgotten, and then I'll see if we have a few more things to comment, and then we'll call it a night for the webinar.
Enjoy the sunshine, right?
Yeah, we have to go watch the sunset.
I can smell barbecue from here. My neighbors are going crazy. I just want to thank you guys again. I love to participate in your webinars. You guys are so organized. It's like miles away from like what we usually see from an agency. You guys are very, very professional and competent. And the participants are also amazing. I've never seen so many questions and good questions. So I'm very happy to see that. And you guys are in great hands with Bruno and his team. And any questions that you might have after today, if I forgot to comment on anything, feel free to reach out to them. They'll be able to answer. And I just want to point out the scholarship again. It's for the spring 2022, which is January 2022 for the applicants of MBA and instructional technology. So if you want to take advantage of that, NYIT doesn't offer a lot of scholarship very often. So that's a very good intake to start. That's it.
Muy bien, muy bien. Muchas gracias, Vanessa, and thank you to the New York Institute of Technology for being here with us and giving us all that great information. Yo quiero concluir rápidamente con un par de noticias. Es muy importante, como dijo Vanessa, estar listo para aplicar este mes o un poco más adelante para la sesión de mayo 2022, porque son programa competitivo, y cuando dice programa competitivo es que hay cupo limitado y hay mucha gente que aplica y toman los primeros que llegan. Entonces hay que estar listo. Si les interesa esos programas, entran en contacto con nosotros. Vamos preparando su aplicación, estar listo, asegurarnos que tenemos una aplicación fuerte. Inclusive la podemos ir revisando con Vanessa antes para estar seguro que tenemos todo, y cuando abren la fecha somos lo primero en la primera fila para aplicar. Inclusive yo ofrezco la presencia de Vanessa en una sesión con ustedes si tienen algunas preguntas adicional que quieren ver. Vanessa está ahí también disponible. Podemos coordinar una reunión con ella si lo desean. Y si son estudiantes serios, les digo, al trabajar con Class Education, como dijo Vanessa, somos una empresa muy profesional. A eso nos dedicamos desde 27 años y les ofrecemos varias garantías en trabajar con nosotros. Una de estas es que vamos a encontrar el programa y las instituciones que más se adecua a sus necesidades, ¿no? Y si, ojalá sea New York Institute of Technology, pero si no, trabajamos con más de 300 instituciones en Canadá, entonces estoy seguro que podemos encontrar el programa que se acopla a sus necesidades, ¿no? Al mismo tiempo, vamos a optimizar los tiempos de aplicación, porque nosotros somos preparados, entrenados por las instituciones en cómo aplicar y preparar aplicaciones fuertes para las instituciones. Vamos a potenciar sus posibilidades de ser aceptado por presentar aplicaciones fuertes. Vamos a maximizar las chances de ser aceptados, y al mismo tiempo también a través de nuestro departamento de visados vamos a maximizar sus posibilidades de recibir su visa de estudio y trabajos, para que puedan estudiar y trabajar mientras están aquí. Y si vienen acompañados, también va a poder trabajar su cónyuge. Y si vienen con sus hijos van a poder estudiar gratuitamente mientras en Canadá. ¿Ok? En la quinta garantía, vamos a acompañarlos a lo largo de todo este proceso, ¿no? Desde cuando empezamos a hablar hasta cuando llegan a Canadá y donde se van a quedar a vivir. Estamos aquí para acompañarlos a lo largo de ese viaje, siempre cuidando sus intereses, y vamos a cuidar muy bien la inversión que están haciendo en su futuro. Es decir, encontrar la mejor forma, todos los atajos, de si hay becas o parciales, o planes de pagos, o todo eso, vamos a realmente ir viendo cuál es la mejor manera de atacar este proyecto y hacer que este sueño de estudiar en Canadá se vuelva realmente en una realidad. ¿Okay? Entonces, cuenta con Class Education para hacer eso. Y con eso pues, vamos terminando. 2 anuncios más. El día jueves tenemos un webinar, nuestro próximo webinar, que es con unos programas de Estudia y Trabaja para 6 meses de estudios y 6 meses de trabajo, o 12 meses de estudios y 12 meses de trabajo. Eso es el próximo jueves a la misma hora. Y como último anuncio, quiero que se unen a mí para desearle un feliz cumpleaños a nuestra la productora de los webinars, que se llama Jessica. Está escuchando, seguramente ya se puso roja. Es su cumpleaños hoy, y a pesar de ser su cumpleaños, está cumpliendo con sus deberes, sus responsabilidades de forma muy puntual, como siempre. Así que felicidades, Jessica. Y pues te mandamos tu regalito por Amazon un poco más adelante. ¿Sale? Bueno, pues muchas gracias a todos. Gracias por las preguntas. Gracias, Vanessa. Estamos en contacto. Que descansen. Muy buenas noches.
Chao.